Go.
Hello everyone. I got a chocolate fox in my barn. Finally, it's so exciting. Skittles is a chocolate fox. We didn't know for the longest until she had chocolates and chocolate otters with a chocolate. Orange cannot do that, so she had to be a chocolate fox. Alright, I put Wildfire in with Skittles. Wildfire is my red. And the first litter they had, one rabbit was a tort. Now, as you look at these, there might not be any distinct differences that you can see right offhand. However, it's just like working with money. When you got a counterfeit, you know, you can tell a counterfeit from the real bill if that's what you're used to doing and handling. Alright, back on the rabbits. I bet you can guess which one is the chocolate fox. Now, there's always arguments about the difference between a chocolate fox or a fox and an orange. Well, now the chocolate fox in the mix, and it makes it a little bit more difficult. Actually, this one doesn't make it more difficult. It seems seemingly easier to tell them apart. So if you notice, this guy is really red. And this one is pretty red too. But then, when you put this one by them, some people might say it's orange. Well, I know it isn't because I work with reds and oranges and I get fox all the time. This is a chocolate fox because of its golden hue. You can also see right along where the tort shading would be, or where fox shading would be, it's a different color. It's probably a little bit smutty, but it's a different color. This color in here is a little bit goldish, kind of golden brown, and this is a little bit gray, and chocolate fox has a taupe-like, moussey, like a chocolate mousse color. And then the undercoat is kind of grayish, light tan. Now when you look at the red, the only shading you see is just a slight, so this one has a little bit more. And they all have different tones, so it is easy or a little bit difficult to tell sometimes. But the red's shading will either be none at all, or it kind of graduates into this yellowy looking color, but it should not be gray. If it's gray, then you probably got a fox of some kind. You see that nice red color, and you might say, well, that's a little bit of same thing going on there, but it's not as distinct. And it's different. It's just different. So when you see the reds against the torts, the high rufous torts, and against the foxes, they are different. Now oranges, when I get orange, I always like to do a comparison video. But you can see it's pretty clear that this one has a shading of some kind. Now the oranges will have orange with yellow shading on the side. This one's a little bit gray. And he just looks different than the other ones. And it's starting to rain, so we'll pick this back up later.